Hi, Daddy, I miss you. Sending you lots of love from your beloved London, from Daisy and I. We really miss you. I live on the river, on the Thames, and there's boats with British flags, and it makes me think about you every day I see them, because I know how much you loved it here. And I think that instilled in me a great love for London and a great love for travel and meeting new cultures, so thank you for that. You also instilled in me a very non-Queenslander way of enjoying cold weather and the snow and eating very strange food like with caraway seeds and with paprika in. So thank you for opening up my world to Europe and trying different things. Daisy and I really miss you, but we know you're in good hands with your uncles, up to lots of mischief, and also with our beloved pets as well, and with our gorgeous Nana. So I just wanted to say how much I love you, I miss you. Thank you for the many wonderful times where we would go for shopping, and the endless cups of tea and coffee and cakes we'd have with Mum, you and I, and walking Daisy on the beach. Really special memories. And I remember the day that I found Daisy and you were with me, and we brought her home from the shop, and because I meant to get a cat and fell in love with her, and you were with me, and she was small enough to actually be held up in your hand, and I've got these lovely photos of you with Daisy in your hand, and that's a very special memory I'll always have, so thank you. So it's not goodbye, it's just cheerio for now. You're always in my heart and always in my thoughts and prayers, and I love you so much. And also a big hello to Mummy and Grandma. We love you, we miss you, and I can't wait to give you a big hug when I get to see you next year after the virus has settled down. And but for now, here's an enormous hug from Daisy and I, and big kissy from us. And also a big massive thank you to Darren and Geraldine and Sheena and Dermot for your amazing support for Ma and Da. You've been I'm so grateful for everything that you've done, and you've been amazing, and even the heavy lifting that you've done to organise today and all the other things that you've had to do. I'm so appreciative, and I wish I was there, and I wish I could support you more, but I really appreciate everything you've done. So I'm going to now say bye for now. Love you from Blighty, and here's some other lovely messages from other people to let you know how much we love and miss you, and how much you mean to us forever.
On behalf of Christine, Jack and me, we would like to pass on our condolences to the Nutt family on the passing of Denis. We're really sorry we can't be there, and we hope to see you guys soon. I remember Denis as an easygoing, fun-loving guy who was never too far away from Mrs. Nutt and never too far away from the party. He had a great sense of humour, and I remember in the 90s, Darren, myself and Risey and the boys, we used to always, and Mrs. Nutt, go to the footy together, and Denis always flew the flag and had a great time. He loved the Lions. I know Risey has a few stories of the legend of Mr. D Nutt, so I won't rain on Risey's parade except to say that I was there, and I was glad I was there, and it was a lot of fun. In final, I just want to say that our thoughts are with Mrs. Nutt, Darren, Geraldine, Dermot, Sheena and Jennifer, and rest in peace, Denis.
I just want to say from Rod, myself and the girls that we're going to miss you, Uncle Denis. We're sorry we didn't get to see you in the last 18 months, but we're so happy that you're at peace now. I just wanted to share one small story that I really always, stuck in my mind. It's kind of a weird one, but I hate pumpkins, and I still hate pumpkin to this day. I was staying over your house, Darren, one night, and he said, I'm cooking pumpkin soup, and I was like, oh, disgusting. Please don't give me that. Give me anything else. And he's like, no, you love it, you'll love it. And I'm like, oh, I don't think I will. I hate pumpkins. Anyway, we sat down at the dinner table, and this soup really smelt really good. Anyway, I gave it a go, and I absolutely loved it. It was delicious. And Uncle Denis, he's always been an amazing cook. Our Christmases at your house, Darren and Jennifer and Auntie Patty, you know, Uncle Denis and everyone chipped in, and they cooked such beautiful meals. And, you know, those years were just such fond memories of us all growing up together. I'm going to miss you. I'm so happy that you're at peace now. And we love you, and thinking of you, Darren and Jennifer and Auntie Patricia and the kids and Geraldine. Love you guys.
Hello everyone, my name's Karen, and I've known Denis since I was 16 years old. I moved into the house next door to Denis and Patricia and the family when I was about 16. So I've known Denis for a large chunk of my life, and I'm sorry I can't be with you all today. I'm away on vacation with my family, but I'd just like to send my love to you all. Thank you.
How you going, everyone? My name's Ryan Lawson. I know Denis Nutt really through my lifetime friendship with his son Darren Nutt, and of course the Maruka Football Club. Fondest memories of Denis. Well, fondest memory of Denis, I really think you have to go back to the scene of the crime. Mary Street in the city, or more importantly the Mary Street nightclub. The Mary Street nightclub back in the early 90s was actually known for two things: uni night and dollar drinks. So imagine Darren's surprise and ours, surprise and probably delight to turn up one night and there's Denis in his glory. A table full of dollar drinks and an entourage of struggling uni students just listening to his every word. Of course, this story has been embellished over the course of the years, as well as that also too, we all know, never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Who would ever thought 20-something years on, such was Denis's influence on the Mary Street culture, that some 20-something years later, it is also now a place where also struggling uni students come to work and earn $1. Such was the influence of the great man. Denis, you are in our heart, you're in our memories. Mate, thank you for being such a great guy. So remember, brother, always go to Lions.
I would like to express my deepest sympathy to Trish and her family on the passing of Denis. We first met Trish and Denis 44 years ago when we shifted to Brisbane, and our boys Darren and Jason started playing Aussie rules for Maruka Roosters. One of the fond memories I have of a fundraiser we had for the Maruka Roosters, Denis and Bill decided to sell the poker tickets, which were very popular at the time. Denis had a bookies bag strung around his neck, and all you could hear was, "And we have another winner. Come and try your luck." They made a lot of money for the club that day. Denis, you will be sadly missed by your family and friends. Rest in peace, dear friend.
Hi, Peter Murphy here, Denis's brother-in-law. I met Denis about 50 years ago, and we spent 2 years in New Zealand. They probably were the two happiest and fun-filled years I've ever had in my life, and it actually changed my life. So Denis, I love you, I miss you, and rest in peace. I really am glad that you're now out of pain. Miss you, brother. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name's Nick Kitchen, and I've known Denis and the Nutt family for about 30 years. Just got a funny story about Denis, and probably hasn't just been over the last few years, but been for the last 10 or 15 years. See, when you went to a party and you put your beers in an esky, you always put them in an esky with all the other beers. The one thing about Denis was Great Northern. He wouldn't touch it. To his new, he wouldn't touch it. Melbourne Bitter. To his standard beers, well, Dennis wouldn't touch. But Dennis, he had premium taste. He really liked the good stuff. So if you went to a party and you had some Asian beers, Australian craft beers, that was Dennis's go. So what you tend to happen, that used to happen, is you take extra beers because you knew Dennis would always have one or two. There was nothing wrong with that, because Dennis was always willing to share with everyone else. So for Dennis, this is for you, premium beer. There'll always be some in the esky for you. Cheers, mate.